The popularity of LinkedIn in 2020 was significant, and where it's going in 2021, if you're looking to build business relationships, you want to crush it on LinkedIn. And in this episode of the vlog, I'm going to share with you how you can crush it on LinkedIn in 2021. So you're looking to engage further on LinkedIn, and so many people have perceived this to be a place where you just want to post your resume and hopefully get a job and apply for jobs. But at the end of the day, LinkedIn is a social network. And so while it's a great place to look for a job, at the core, it's more than just a job search. It's more than just a job finder. It's a place to build relationships professionally. It's a place to grow and to learn professionally, to connect with others in your field, to connect with others that are connected to your field. And so if you're in real estate, you want to connect with other realtors or other people that might be interested in your commercial real estate if you're in that space. And so business to business relationships are really formed very effectively on this platforms, but there's so many options. So no matter what field you're in, LinkedIn is probably a great platform for you to be investing in if you haven't already significantly invested in it. So let's dig into the top things you need to do in 2021 to crush it on LinkedIn. The first thing you need to do when it comes to LinkedIn is really what you do on any platform, is understand why people are there. And know that people didn't get on LinkedIn today in their app so that they could go and buy your product or your service, or so that they could necessarily even connect with you. They're on LinkedIn to connect with other business professionals, and they don't know necessarily even who they might connect with or why they're looking to connect with those people, but they might be looking for a job. They might be just curious to connect with someone else in their field. And so think through why they're there and don't just make assumptions. And so know that it's not to connect with family and friends, it's to connect with other people from a professional standpoint. And so this isn't Instagram, this isn't Facebook, this isn't Twitter, this is LinkedIn. And so as you look to engage there, present yourself professionally because you're wanting to connect with other people professionally. So whatever profession you're in, think about it through that filter of why are people there? And so how should I behave? How should I function? How should I create to best engage with this community with its specific focus? The second thing you need to do on LinkedIn, and this is really working around what people often do on LinkedIn, is they set up their resume on LinkedIn or their profile, and then they just start DMing people or posting content about what they do and about themselves. And the second most important thing you need to do, or step you need to take, is to just start building relationships. And this doesn't mean you just start adding all kinds of people, connections. Now go and connect with people that you're actually connected with or have some relationship with already. Begin those relationships, but then form relationships by paying attention to their content, by looking at what jobs that they have, to build intentional relationships. Don't just start shouting at people though. Don't just start selling on the platform. Go and build relationships on the platform, and do that in a very personal way, in a very detailed way. And so what you see way too much of on LinkedIn, and what's continued to happen through the years, is so much spam. And LinkedIn continues to change their platform to prevent spam. But it's just annoying when you set up those auto responders and you just start following people, and then you immediately start sending them direct messages trying to set up a 15-minute call to sell your product or service. It's so unappealing, and it might work to a certain extent, but you're not building long-term meaningful professional relationships when you do that. And so this is a long play. In your career, play the long game and start with LinkedIn and building relationships when you're doing that online. So the third thing, and really this is when you're starting to post content, it's to provide value. And so when you're on the platform, maybe you provide value actually by connecting people to a job search. And so as you see somebody and you know about another job happening somewhere, hey, you might want to know about this job. Maybe it's by just sharing an article that you saw that was insightful that you think other people that are connected with you might also be interested in. Or maybe it's even just a learning, or it's a celebration of what's happening in your organization that other people would be interested in knowing, but you want to provide value to them in the content that you're creating, or even in the interactions that you're having with them, of how can you help them? How can you help them professionally, either grow professionally, connect with others professionally, find a job or new job professionally, or even maybe even a new business partner or someone that they can do B2B relationships with that doesn't help you, that is all about them. Focus on providing value when you get on that platform to others, not just to yourself. All right, and as you're posting content, now I'm getting into the weeds a little bit here, but this is important. You need to use tags and hashtags. Now, this is just a tactic on LinkedIn, but it just works. And so you want to tag other people in the comments. You want to tag other people. Don't do this in a spammy way, because I'm seeing this happen with a lot of spam or just interactions that are really spammy, or I'm seeing it happen to me where people are tagging me. But as you read an article that you think might be interesting to somebody, tag them in the comments so that it will send them alert to pay attention to it. Or if there's a new job alert, maybe you would tag them so that they can see that job alert, or maybe they might know of somebody that would be aware of it. And so as you see opportunities and within your post, as you're posting something and maybe thinking about somebody or even celebrating someone else, tag them, make that personal connection, and use hashtags. Now, this isn't Instagram. You don't want to use a ton of hashtags, but use 2 to 3 hashtags with relevant content that maybe it's related to social media marketing, or maybe it's related to technology, and hashtag that to create connection among other posts. So people might be searching and they're interested in social media marketing, they're interested in architecture. They will see your content within that hashtag engagement. And so hashtags are becoming a more significant part of engaging with new people within the content streams of LinkedIn. So use tags and hashtags. All right, sticking to the content side of LinkedIn, you need to focus on long form text and short form video. These are the two things that are working and are going to continue to work in 2021. Long form text, almost like a blog post, or a short blog post, as you're really kind of sharing out content in a more significant way. And so this isn't just a thoughtful quote of the day. These are really like, let me tell a story. Let me engage a little bit more significantly here when it comes to adding value, and then short form video. And so while video continues to be optimized in LinkedIn as a platform, long videos are not engaging very well. So as you think about videos that are a minute to 3 minutes, those are what are engaging the best on the platform today. So how can you add value with long form text and short form video on a regular or even a daily basis? Now, the last tip that I'm going to give you, I'm getting more and more tactical as we get deeper into the platform, but it's to utilize stories. And so LinkedIn has added stories to their platform, just like pretty much every other social network with YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. They've all added stories. And so with LinkedIn, you need to engage stories as well. And I think in 2021, it's going to continue to become more and more significant within their platform because it's how people are engaging on social media across the other platforms. And I expect that to expand onto LinkedIn. Now, the key to this, though, is to add professional value. Don't just post and share what you're posting to Facebook and Instagram and all these personal things. While people do want a level of personal connected, this is a professional platform. So they're wanting to connect with you and learn from you and understand what's going on in your world professionally. And so as you're engaging on stories, do it personally, but do it about your professional work and the things that are happening professionally and that will add value to them professionally. So those are my thoughts on LinkedIn. I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn. If we're not already connected, I've got my link in the bio below or in the notes description below. So go click that. Let's connect there. I would love for you to share your LinkedIn profile in the comments below, and let's connect with each other. Let's build a community of people engaging and crushing it on 2021 on LinkedIn in 2021, and let's have a great year leaning into LinkedIn and leaning into this professional social network. Love to hear your thoughts as well on any other best practices you have tips and suggestions you've had as you've linked into LinkedIn, so that we can all collectively crush it here on LinkedIn in 2021. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, ring the bell to get alerts for future videos. Thanks so much for watching. We will catch you again on the next episode.